How's it going, everybody? This is Rob of Novakast, back with some more of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Alright, so to make this kind of go faster, we are going to travel to Divine Beast Varuta. So right now we're going to collect the stone monuments. How many, by the way, I gotta look, how many side quests do I still have left? Just out of curiosity. Okay. So, hold on. How many do I have left? 3. 3 side quests. Alright, so let's do this. Supposedly, paraglide. Okay, that's gotta be it right there. I might have read this one. History of Zora Part 2. Or no, this is Part 2. Once every 10 years, experiences unusual heavy rainfall. The Zora River flooded every time. The tides damaged not only our domain, but our people, washing away poor souls and causing great suffering in this disarray. The Zora King of that time, after seeking aid from the King of Hyrule, rode out to see what could be done. By joining the architectural genius of the Zora and Hyrule's technological prowess, East Reservoir Lake was swiftly built. Thanks to its fruitful partnership, Hyrule was no longer plagued by these devastating floods. In gratitude, the Zora King promised the King of Hyrule to manage the reservoir level to protect all of Hyrule from floods. Each Zora King since has kept that oath, spanning 10,000 years. That is why the reservoir signifies our bond with Hyrule. Wait a minute. So that's one. Wish it would show me how many I have to see. Let's see. Okay, here's one of them. Part 1, the Eternal Zora Domain, as told by King Durafan. The rains have blessed Lanariu since ancient times with an abundance of pure, clean water. Seeking a bounty of such water, the Zora gathered there. Thus, as the legend goes, the domain was born 10,000 years ago. Land was also rich in ore, and so a unique form of stone masonry was developed to create our new home. The domain is one giant sculpture, a feat of architecture that has drawn admirers the world over. Our domain will ever stand as a hallmark of the esteemed artists who made it, an eternal symbol of Zora's pride. Okay. So, third monument is over here. Somewhere. I'm just going to use Varu to travel to each one. Make it easier for me. I need to check to see if my TV's volume is too high. It was a little bit, but I got it. Okay, so we got 2, and I'm probably going to end up rereading a few of the ones I've already read. That's fine. Okay. The monument is down by the water and can be easily seen from the Great Zora Bridge. Okay. Down by the water. There it is. Okay. History of Zora Part 3, Miracle of the White Scale, as told by King Durafan. Our scholars say that in the distant past, Zora's domain had a king with no special talent for the art of war. What he lacked in skill with a blade, he made up for in love of his people, and especially love of his queen. One day, news reached the king of a horde of monsters gathering in the Zodoban Highlands. The king steeled himself for war to protect his people, but the queen knew how ill-suited for this task he was. Worried for his life, she wove one of her own scales into his armor, hoping that her love would protect him in battle. It seemed for a time that the tide of battle favored the Zora, and that all would make it safely home. But the cunning Lizalfos general saw an opening and seized it, driving the king's forces into a corner. Just when the general's sword was ready to crash down upon the king, a miracle took place. An errant sunbeam reflected from the scale on his armor blinded the Lizalfos, stopping the deathly blow from falling. This was the chance the king needed to rally his forces and turn the tide. taking down the general and securing victory. This came to be known as the Miracle of the White Scale, a scale that only female Zora possess. It was this miracle that began the tradition of Zora princesses crafting armor for their future husbands. Okay. So next one. Over here. I forgot to take that off. Hold on. So you can see below the small waterfall south of the Ludo crossing from the cliff where Varuta resides. So let's travel there. Actually, you know what would make it easier for me in this area? Is that it right there? I think that is. Okay, History of Zora Part 4, The Light Scale Trident, as told by King Durafan. The Queen and I were blessed with a daughter as lovely as a jewel. We named our Princess Mipha. To celebrate her birth, the smithy Dento, presented Mipha with a gift, a mighty spear called the Light Scale Trident. Mipha grew into a bright girl and soon reached the age of receiving lessons from the royal family's Order of Knights. The whole of the royal guard adored her, especially Sergeant Segan, who loved her as if she was his own. Under Segan's instructions, Mipha honed her skills, and her radiance grew along with her skill with the Light Scale Trident. As a champion, Mipha made her people proud. However, once the great calamity struck, she was never to return. All of Zora's domain fell into misery. The merest thought of the princess was enough to overcome anyone with tears. As a way of offering her soul response, they tried to send the Light Scale Trident drifting down the Zora River. But when they did, the trident began to glow, and Mipha's voice rang loud and clear for all Zora to hear. The Light Scale Trident and I are one. Abandon your grief and know joy once again. Do not cry, just remember. And so keeping to her request, on the day of the great calamity, the day that Mipha passed from this world, the Zora venerate the Light Scale Trident and remember their brave princess. Such is the origin of the Champion Festival. Oh, jeez. Alright. Nope, there goes that frog. Alright, next one. I'm not going to grab it this video, but just so I know where it's at. So around here, looks like. Alright, so I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is pause the game and the video for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care.